And she was bred to be a hunting dog, and she was just like a misfit toy. They didn't do it. She got shot once, and that's because the guy, he would be like doing target practice, and then she'd just walk in front of the targets.
I thought he mistook her for a boar.
Is it a Polish thing?
I don't know, but it is a Polish thing.
It is
definitely.
an obligatory thing that at least once a year or maybe once every 2 years someone has to be shot by some irresponsible hunter in the forest, and the excuse is always that they thought it was a boar.
Yeah, we don't have a gun violence in Poland. We only have hunter violence.
Yes.
Like once a year, at least once a year. Also, for Americans, it's like, what? Once a year? Come on.
Yeah.
What violence?
Hi everyone.
Hello.
I'm Weronika.
And I'm Waldemar.
And you broke our pattern and I was very out of my depth.
Yeah, I thought I need to make something interesting this time because always it's, I'm Waldemar, I'm Weronika, so I thought I would wave and that would be like, crazy.
I love your outside of the box thinking.
Yeah,
That's
thank you.
perfect.
Thank you.
Today we're watching a video with a very scary title for me. I found it and I don't know why we are watching it now, but I was just curious about this guy. The video is titled How to Tell Your Kid Their Dog Has Died. And I don't know if I will handle it, but we will watch it. And the guy
I don't think any dogs die in this video.
It's hypothetical. Hypothetical death of dogs also.
But you don't have kids to tell them.
No, and I also don't have a dog. So what is your point?
Yeah, exactly. So what is your problem?
And the guy is Nate Bargatze. Yeah, I don't think it's pronounced
You
like
need to do it like that, and then you say.
That's racist.
Because now it's Bargatze, and then you go like this, and it's Bargatze. Nate Bargatze. How to tell your kid their dog has died.
Is he Italian?
Huh?
Is he Italian, you think?
No, he doesn't look Italian.
No, I think it's Bargatze.
Or is it racist also to say that he doesn't look Italian? But I heard somewhere that you can make fun of Italians still.
Italians said it? It was
I'm
one
not
of the
sure.
stand-ups that we watched, but I don't remember which one.
It was something like that.
Yeah.
Someone said that you can make fun of Italians.
Yeah, but at some point it won't be okay anymore. I don't know. We don't mind when you make fun of us for being Polish. Not many people do, but some people do, which is okay.
What?
What? I said we don't mind when you make fun of us for being Polish. And then I said, which is not something a lot of people do, but some people do in the comments.
Norm MacDonald had the Polish joke.
Yeah, and we got some comments under that as well.
That Polish people are stupid.
Yes.
And we didn't understand the joke because we didn't know that there are jokes like that.
Yeah.
Because we are stupid, apparently.
I mean, we are, but I don't know if the reason that we are stupid is that we are Polish. Maybe. We are stupid, so we wouldn't know what is the reason for being stupid.
All right. Enough.
Let's find out about the dogs dying.
Yeah, it's first time watching for both of us. We have never seen this guy. I haven't seen this guy, surprisingly. So let's give him a chance. Last time we gave someone new a chance, it didn't end well, and I have to save the video. Maybe this time I won't have to.
Nothing was wrong with her. I'm just really busy right now. And she was very sick. That was a joke. All right. That was a joke, and she would have loved that joke. So don't you worry about it. That's the type of humor she had. She was a rescue. It's not your labradoodle humor, all right? It's a little darker. She was a wonderful dog. We loved her, and her name was Annie. And the reason we got her was my sister worked at a vet, and people do put dogs down for no reason. So if someone brought a dog in that was fine, they just didn't want it. My sister couldn't do it, so she would walk the dog back and then just steal the dog. I don't know the laws on all that, but I'm sure now people are finding out that their dog's still alive right now. So we got Annie. Annie was getting put down. She was a hunting dog, and she was terrible at it. And she was bred to be a hunting dog, and she was just like a misfit toy. They didn't do it. She got shot once, and that's because the guy, he would be like doing target practice, and then she'd just walk in front of the targets, and he would hit her, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "What are you doing?"
I thought he mistook her for a boar.
Is it a Polish thing?
I don't know, but it is a Polish thing.
It is an obligatory thing that at least once a year or maybe once every 2 years someone has to be shot by some irresponsible hunter in the forest, and the excuse is always that they thought it was a boar.
Yeah, we don't have a gun violence in Poland. We only have hunter violence.
Yes.
once a year, at least once a year. Also, for Americans, it's like, what? Once a year? Come on.
Yeah.
What violence?
But it's always that someone thought they were a boar, whether they were wearing like a yellow jacket or it was a dog or it was an elephant.
Yeah.
They always thought it was a boar.
Yeah, there's always this explanation.
It's like
Someone
you guys
gets
say,
shot.
I saw a gun. Then I saw a boar. That's basically the default.
Once it was a guy riding a bicycle and he was shot by a hunter.
Which is not funny, but it is funny that they said they thought he was a boar.
I thought it was a boar on a bicycle. Come on. Okay. Also, one more thing. He said she was a rescue, and I agree with Bill Burr on this one 100%. Like, you didn't save the dog from drowning. You didn't took it out from the burning house. It's a free dog. It's a free dog. You were not able to afford a normal, healthy dog.
Oh, it's not always that people are not able to afford. A lot of people consciously choose to do that.
Yeah, I know, but
I can understand the joke about the rescue, but not the part where like it's just because you couldn't afford something. He looks like he could afford it. Look at his watch.
I don't know that much about watches, but I don't understand. I mean, sometimes if you have a big house, then yeah, it's great. You know, if you can have a dog from the shelter, then yeah, it's great. But I don't understand buying a first dog in your life. I mean, not buying, but having the first dog in your life and having a dog without knowing his history.
I'm very surprised, actually. I thought we both had like this tacit common agreement that we want a dog from a breeder, and we both realized that it's morally not the best thing to do when we're just doing it because we're selfish. I thought that was an agreement that we had, like.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that it's not selfish. It's basically it's just selfishness that speaking.
Oh yeah, okay.
That is
okay.
speaking from me.
Okay.
But for me, it's also understandable thing to do. You know, if you have no experience with dogs, then don't get a dog that you don't know or can be aggressive or you don't know or can be scared and you don't know what to do with him. Take a dog from the how do you say it?
Shelter?
No, not from the shelter. From the
Oh, you're like a breeder.
breeder, yeah. And make your life much more easier. They are not cats, you know. The dogs are more complicated. So
I just wouldn't actively discourage people from doing that because we do need people to be doing that. People who are better than us. I think if someone wants to take the rescue dog or shelter dog and they have resources to do it, then they absolutely should.
like I said, if you have resources and if you already have the dogs before in your life and you have like a big house and you are able to have like a couple more dogs, then yeah, do it. But if this is your first dog and you have like a family and children and you're like, oh, you should get a dog.
What if it's just like an 18-year-old sausage dog?
Yeah, okay. That's different. That's different.
I think you're talking about...
I agree.
I think you're thinking about a very specific rescue dog. So usually the one that beats a child in a family before, and then you have a hard, gut-wrenching post about how he needs a new house and that he looks like he's scared and he's going to bite you just looking at you. But those are not...
No, I don't mean just big dogs. I mean, not just the big dogs, but even the medium-sized dog can be dangerous and or can cause some sort of problems. If not for you, then for other dogs.
Yeah, that's true.
And we are taking too long of a pause.
Sorry.
She had no awareness about her, like the senses that dogs have. We had turkeys in our backyard once, and I let her out to go chase these turkeys. You know, retired hunting dog, figured that's fun. And we have a very normal backyard. It's not Yellowstone Park. You can see all of it at all times. I like push her out, and she just pees and then comes back in the house. Never sees the turkeys. And I'm just looking at her like, you didn't feel anything? Like nothing was going? Like I sensed it as a human on the couch. I felt there was turkeys outside. You want to take just one lap around, see if... The guy used her a lot for duck hunting. So he would shoot a duck. She's supposed to run and go get it and then bring it back. So what I like to picture is he shoots the duck. She runs out, comes back, no duck. And she's like, I don't even know what we're doing. All right, I did not. A million things flew in the air when you shot that gun. And I'm supposed to know which one you hit. And the guy's just looking at her. And then she's like, you're not even the guy that I came out here with. Do you see, is there another guy out here by any chance?
At least she wasn't like this dog from this game. You hunting ducks. You know this game? There you have this gun and you shoot at the TV.
Mm-mm.
It's like a Nintendo game, very old Nintendo game.
I
And
don't
there
know
is
it.
this dog that goes like when you are missing the ducks. You don't know this game?
I don't know this game.
I will show you later.
Our daughter would put birthday cone hats on her, and one slipped over her eye, and it was like that for 6 hours. I was just trying to see how long, like, how's it accidentally not coming off? And she was just going about her day, just eating, drinking, like, yeah, I can't see all that eye no more, all right? That's the cards I was dealt, and that's okay. And then I pulled it off of her, and she's like, oh, I didn't know you were a doctor. And I'm like, I am a doctor. Just two dumb animals talking to each other. So she had skin cancer, and she would get all these spots on her. So we kept getting them removed, but it was really starting to take a toll on her, and she was older. So we knew the day was close. And our daughter,
I
she's
still
6
don't die.
now, but she was 5 at the time. This was her first pet. She was best friends with this dog. And it was the first thing that was gonna die in her lifetime. So it's a lot of stuff to have to explain to a kid, you know? And so I was talking to my wife about, like, how are we gonna tell her? And at first I was like, let's just act like we didn't have a dog. 5-year-olds are smart, but if we stick together on this, and she comes home from school and is like, where's the dog? And we're like, what dog? Like, I've never seen a dog. Don't you think I would know if there was a dog?
I love it.
But I read an article about the long-term damage of that. It's pretty good. So
I like his deadpan delivery.
Yes.
I was
love
just
it.
honest with her. And I set her down. I said, look, Annie's very sick and she's older and she's going to die soon. This happens, so just love her as much as you can right now. And she took it as good as a 5-year-old can take it. So the next day, I kind of told her again, you got to tell kids over and over again. I kind of kept telling her. I didn't want this to be a surprise. And then Annie surprised us by living 6 months longer. I mean, we were way off on when we thought she was going to die. But I already started telling my daughter I didn't want to stop and then have to start it again. So I just kept it up for 6 months. Every day I was like, she'll die. All right, she will die. She will die, I will die, your mom's dead.
Is she actually? No, she said he was stuck with me. Right?
Finally the day was here, and our daughter was at school. And so my sister and my wife, they took Annie to go have to put her to sleep. And I went to go pick up our daughter to tell her. I've already been telling her. And so I picked her up, I told her, it was brutal, very sad. She took it as if this was the first she's heard about it. We get home, and my wife was like, how was it? Which is already a dumb, like, it was great. You know, I loved it, can't wait for the next thing to die. Nice to say I told you so, you know. I told my wife it was terrible, you know. And then my wife goes, you didn't tell her that I did it, did you? And I was like, no, why would I say that? Like, I didn't even think about it, you know? Then I looked at her like, is that what you would have said, though? Would you have told her that I did it? You know how your dad's been talking with the dog dying? Well, he's finally had enough.
That's pretty good.
It was okay. I would be intrigued to see something more. If you guys have any recommendations, then let us know. It's like I said, his deadpan delivery really sold it. I don't know. It's like he can't be bothered to finish the thought. Like he does, but it's kind of like, really funny.
And also he goes into details on the things that you don't
Yeah.
really need to know.
Yeah, but it has its charm.
He's like, oh, but I will tell you more about this
Yeah.
dog. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But my strategy for that, if you are a parent and you have this dilemma with your kids and you have a dog or cat and he's about to die, then I will teach you a lesson. I never had a kid in my life and I don't have any animals, but
I am wary of what you're
but
going to say.
you can learn from me. No, what I would do is I would keep this continuous stream of animals. Like I would never stop with animals. Like if you have like a dog and he's about to go to the age of dying, and get another dog. Or with cats, you do the same.
But you pretend it has been the same dog all
No.
along, or
It's just the kid is not so desperate with the loss, not so overwhelmed with the loss. It's like if you have parents and one of them dies, it's much better than both of them dying at the same time.
I thought you were saying, say we have a child together and we find out I have a terminal illness, so you should get a mistress while I'm still alive. Introduce it to the kid.
That's not bad actually. That's pretty smart. That's a pretty good idea.
No.
But no, really, like, think of it from a kid's perspective, not from the adult perspective. From the kid's perspective, it's better if just, especially if it's your father, if it's your mother, then it's not as good. But if your father dies, then it's much better than if both of your parents dies. So it's the same with animals. You just keep having some animals in the house, and the more the better. If you have some hamsters, some guinea pigs, some fish, like if you have fishes in the aquarium, don't ever have one fish because they are dying like that. So if you have more fishes, then it's like, oh, one of the fishes died. You don't
Plural of a fish. is
okay,
fish.
so one of the fish
Unless
died.
it's different species, which is also weird.
Then you don't even know their name because there are so many of them, and you're like, oh, okay, and you pick it up and you throw it in the toilet, and then you have the rest of the fish there, and you're like, oh, that's not such a big issue, and you take the fish analogy and you put it into a mammal perspective, and you have
Do we
like,
stop at dogs or
sorry,
do we stop at dogs or we apply it to other mammals as well?
no, like I said, more
Every
more
pet.
animals the better. You have hamsters, you have guinea pigs.
Don't
You
you
have-
think it's failing to teach a kid one of the most important lesson in life?
No, it actually teaches them the most important lesson in life.
That everything is replaceable.
No, that everything dies sooner or later, but we are a reproductive species and we can reproduce, and it's not like all the people will die, but some of them.
Yeah, but some of them matter more to you than others. Isn't it good for a kid to learn how to process grief rather than distract him from it?
No, you can process grief, but not being overwhelmed by it. Like you have dogs, like you have 3 dogs.
Yeah, no, I don't.
You have 3 dogs and you like them very much, some of them more than the others. So if one of the dogs die, it's not like, just throw this dog away, right? you would still care, but you're not.
Yeah,
You don't
you
feel
probably have
like
a
you
point.
are, like everything is finished. Because then it's different, like you want to have a new dog, and you're like, no, I don't
Yeah,
have.
no one will
I don't want
replace
to have
him.
another
I
dog.
know.
No, you won't replace the dog that I had. I'm not laughing about the child's feelings, by the way. But it's easier if you already have a dog at the house because you won't be like, oh, throw all these dogs away. I can't handle this anymore. It's too much.
No, I know what you mean. Of course, it's like that. Of course, it's like that.
I'm making fun of this, but I think it's a good strategy, by the way. Yeah. And especially with not as much with the kids, but especially with older people. Like if you are grown up and you have like parents that are older now, and you don't live with them, and they
Oh
are
yeah, absolutely don't make an old person have to go through a loss of a pet. Like I would absolutely at this stage when there are no lessons to be learned, I would absolutely employ a lot of distractions because it can be
you add some
Yeah.
you go if they have a cat, one day you come up with, oh, I found this cat, he was here waiting at the door, I think he wanted to come to you.
Yeah.
And now you're like, oh, you have 2 cats now.
Yeah, if the older person in your family, I think, is at the stage that you have to take care of them because not everyone is like that. But yeah, then definitely, because I think it can be, especially if they are left behind. For example, after the death of their spouse, I think it can be a very heavy emotional toll if your animal dies. So
Yeah.
I would do everything to stop it. Yeah, that's a good. Well, this video was very heavy. Like discussions about morals of adopting animals, and now you're talking about death, and I just came here to laugh.
Yeah, but this is our channel, you can laugh and you can learn, and sometimes you can even feel.
Sometimes you can't even feel.
It's a shame that we only have 4,000 subscribers. We should have at least 400, judging by the quality of
It's
our
It's
channel.
a shame you have 4,000. We should have 400.
400,000.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I will make like a
Cut.
no, I will pick only the best of the best.
Goodbye.
Like Knight of the Long Knives.
Yeah, okay, you finished this on your own. You don't need me. Bye.
Goodbye.